Hello and welcome to another episode of the Catholic League Forum. Today we're going to be talking about some of the important work we've been doing at the Catholic League, Bill. And one of the things that we've been hammering on this week has been New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio. One of the things that you put out this week, a very strong statement on about how de Blasio has been an enemy to minorities living within the city. Can you talk us through some of those points on how he's been so bad on these issues?
Yes, and as you well know, Mike, because you've certainly assisted greatly in this, and so has the rest of the staff, de Blasio this week declared war on black and brown people, on African Americans, and on Hispanics, and he also attacked Catholics and Jews. We'll get to them in a moment. By that I mean this. The latest thing that he's done, I don't care that he has a son who's black, who's part black, his wife is black. That makes no difference to me. I make decisions based on racism, on the consequences of your ideas, not on your motive.
Right.
And clearly on that he fails. He's opened up shooting galleries, free drug shooting galleries in minority neighborhoods, only in minority neighborhoods. I used to work in Spanish Harlem.
Right.
Puerto Rican and black people there are overwhelmingly decent, wonderful people. I loved my years there. Washington Heights is another place he's opened up, and that's a multi-ethnic community, a lot of Latinos, very good people. Why is he opening up places where a 10-year-old, 11-year-old boy who's told by his mother, don't ever take drugs, he's walking to school and he sees the authorities giving heroin to men who are like zombies to shoot up? No, that's not the way you deal with this. You treat these people. I'm not saying you punish them. They have to be given the kind of treatment that they deserve, mental and physical help. And what he's doing is actually going to abet the situation. We know this because in Alberta and Vancouver, they've tried these, quote, experiments,
Right.
and they've been an absolute, utter disaster.
Yeah, terrible stuff you see there, and it's just a recipe for disaster. But it's not just drugs that de Blasio has been bad on. In your piece, which you can find available on our website, CatholicLeague.org, we'll have a link in the description below for your convenience. But do check out the website because we got a lot of good, exciting things going on there. But one of the other areas that you really point out that he's been hammering away at the New York minority community has been on crime. He's been terrible on crime. And time again, it is minorities that are the most preyed upon by the criminals.
Yeah, look, the overwhelming number of people, white, black, brown, Asian, I don't care, they're all good people. There's a bad element within each, okay? And you deal with those people. What he has done, he's told the cops to stand down. We see it where we are at here in the area by Penn Station and Macy's. It's incredible what goes on here. But the large victims are most of them are black and brown people. And he's told the cops not to do anything. They had riots throughout the city in 2020 in particular. He told the cops to stand down. They destroyed things left and right. They killed people. And again, it's the minorities who paid the price. You have this catch and release, no bail reform. The white people who live on the Upper West Side, the Upper East Side, they're not affected by this. Right. And he knows that. So when you tell the cops and then you have the DAs to go soft on crime, the biggest losers will be black and brown people.
Yeah. And then on top of crime, he's just been terrible on education. If there is any way that people of any race advance themselves, it is through education. But time and again, you see de Blasio bringing the strong arm of the city government to quash any opportunity in education.
Nobody wants charter schools and school choice initiatives, giving yourself the option, maybe even a Catholic school, more than African American and Hispanic parents. Yeah. They see the white affluent people get the choice to go to the private schools of their choice and the elite public schools. In fact, we do have elite public schools, which is interesting. He's trying to close them down as well in the name of equity. His son, however, Dante, did graduate from them. Then he started to war on them. I mean, look, the Ku Klux Klan is out to destroy blacks intentionally. I'm not suggesting that of de Blasio. I am saying that the policies that he delivers would be applauded by the Ku Klux Klan.
Right, and yeah, it's not just minorities. Another piece that we have on our website, CatholicLeague.org, and we'll have a link in the description below, is he's back to his old tune of hammering religious groups.
Right.
He's been terrible on religious liberty across the board. Can you tell us about his track record there?
Well, if you ask Orthodox Jews if de Blasio is the friend or the enemy, they'll tell you. Honest Catholics will tell you too. Now he's come up with the idea that all Catholic and Jewish school employees must be vaccinated. Now, wait a minute. It's one thing for you to say to the public unions and the public employees that you have to be vaccinated.
Right.
You don't have a First Amendment right to overreach and tell people of religious institutions. We dealt with this guy here last year, and the now deposed governor, the disgraced governor Andrew Cuomo, when they said that they wanted to say it's okay to engage in mob rule practically,
Right.
and engage in all these street protests going hand in hand, violating social distancing norms. But Catholics and Jews can't go to their house of worship. They lost in federal district court on that. I hope they'll lose on this as well. De Blasio, if he were a practicing Christian, he wouldn't do this, or a practicing Jew, or anybody. It's the people who are secular-minded people on the left. A Marxist millionaire such as de Blasio, who's declared war on Catholics and Jews, as well as on Hispanics and African Americans. If you have any doubt about it, people, read what I've said. We back up everything that we've said.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're interested in any of these issues, dear viewer, please check out our website, CatholicLeague.org. We'll have a link in the description below. And if you do enjoy the Catholic League Forum, please make sure you click that like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Thank you.